And I'm going to show you really briefly how to do the steps for do scene 4 in chapter 5. On page 207, it's figure 526 is the final do scene 4. In this exercise, you're going to have 12 pixies. For simplicity's sake, I've only added 3, and I'm leaving out the queen bee. I'm just going to show you how to create the 2 different arrays you'll need and how to use a for statement to cycle through them. So as you can see, I've added 3 pixies. Again, you'll need 12. And I've also already added 3 object markers, 1 for each pixie. So those steps are done. You're going to create an object marker for each of your pixies, which will be 12 of them. But once you've set up the scene, you go back to edit code. I'm going to put all this code in my first method. You, of course, will be creating a new scene called do scene 4, and that's where your code will go. But the first 2 things you need to do is create your arrays. So start by dragging up a variable, and then you have to set the values in it. It is an array. The type, if we do the pixies first, is going to be the gallery class pixie. We're going to call this squad. And then to initialize it, we're creating a custom array. And the values will be each one of the pixies. In my case, just 3. In yours, there will be 12. And click OK. And then click OK, and you see the pixie squad variable array created here. One note, make sure that you check window preferences. Make sure your programming language is set to Java, or else your code is going to look different from the book. So set your language correctly. All right, and then the other array, the one you're adding in this exercise on page 207, is you're adding an array that contains each of the object markers. So in this case, we're going to create a new variable. And same steps, it's going to be an array. This time, though, the value type will be under gallery class, and sThing marker is what the class that holds the object markers in Alice. We'll call this pixie markers. And then to initialize it, we'll add each of the markers for all of your pixies. Again, I have 3, you'll have 12. So this array holds the value of each of the markers. Click OK. All right, and then the next thing you're going to do is use a for statement to cycle through them. So pull count from the bottom, and it wants to know how many times is this going to play. It's going to play until every item in the Pixie Squad array has been cycled through. So it will play 12 times for you. It will play 3 times for me. So to get that number, we use the function pixie marker length. And you can see the code looks just like it does on page 207. You've got a line that starts with final, and then you've got a for line. And then inside of that is where you'll put the code that you want to actually repeat 12 times or 3 times in my case. And so just like back on page 194, you'll pick an individual pixie to do the actions, and then you'll replace that with item from the squad array. So let's just have this pixie, the first one, since she's already selected. Let's use her, and what we want her to do is move and orient to. So I'll drop that inside of the loop. And we want it to move and orient to the pixie markers array. Which item from that array? Item I, which is unknown. It means cycle through. So you've got 2 options down below the custom whole number section. You've got an N or an I. Just click I. All right, now we need to change this pixie to item I from the squad array. So squad, item I. And then the very last line is we need to add a duration of 0 seconds. And that is not the first line because I don't have a queen, pixie queen here, but it is line 2, 3, and then the for statement on line 4 on page 207. I hope that helped. Please email if you have any more questions.